Hey, what's up guys, my name is Parvinder and you are watching the P&P Tutorials channel, and in this video we are going to talk about how we can set up a Raspberry Pi 5. So if you have just bought the Raspberry Pi 5, then this is the video for you guys. First thing first, we need to install the operating system into a Raspberry Pi. So first we need to download a software which can flash the operating system onto a Raspberry Pi. And the flasher that I generally use is Win32Disk Imager, because somehow Raspberry Pi image flasher doesn't work on Windows 11 for me. I will drop the link of Win32Disk Imager in the description below so that you guys can click on it and download the software. So type in here raspberrypi.com/software/operating systems. And here we can see Raspberry Pi OS 64-bit, and here I'm going to download it for the Raspberry Pi 5. I'm gonna download this software, Raspberry Pi OS with desktop and recommended software. Click on it. It will take some time to download, and here you can see the software is downloading. As you can see guys, the OS has been downloaded. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna extract it with the WinRAR. As you can see guys, the Raspberry Pi OS has been extracted and the size of that operating system is 14 GB. Now what we will have to do is we need to have at least 32 GB SD card so that we can get some space for our user operations as well. I'm using this 32 GB SD card, and now I'm gonna flash this operating system using Win32Disk Imager into a Raspberry Pi. Select the Raspberry Pi OS from here and then select the SD card and then click on write, click on yes, confirm. As you can see guys, Raspberry Pi OS has been written onto the SD card. I'm gonna click on OK, click on exit. Now let me just plug out my SD card and plug back again into my Windows PC. And here you can see guys, you will only be able to see partition called bootfs. Click on it. Now we need to enable the SSH into a Raspberry Pi. So for enabling the SSH, all you have to do is you need to click on new and then click on text document and name it like SSH and click on yes. As you can see guys, I have removed the .txt extension and this SSH file is empty. You will also have to remove the .txt file extension in order to enable the SSH. If you will try to log in into SSH, then you will not be able to log in with the default password of Raspberry Pi. So you will have to change it. Now in order to change the default password of Raspberry Pi, you need to create a file called userconf.txt into your bootfs. So here I'm gonna click on new and click on new text document and I'm gonna name it like userconf.txt. As soon as the file is created, just double click on it. Now here you need to specify the username and the encrypted password that you want to keep. So my username will be Pi, and now the question comes, where will I get the encrypted password? For encrypting the password, we need to run the openssl command, and that command can only be run in the Linux distribution. So if you have any Linux operating system installed with you, then you can make the use of that Linux distribution. If you don't have any Linux operating system with you, then I will suggest you to go to that link. And that link is also given in the description area. Once you click on start new session, it will give you the access to a new terminal. Now you might be wondering, what is the meaning of this command? So basically what we are doing here is that we are encrypting the password called unbreakable. So this is going to be my Raspberry Pi password. If you want to keep your password something different, then you can probably change unbreakable to your password. And this openssl command will encrypt the unbreakable, and then it will give me an encrypted string, and I will paste that string back to the user config file. So I'm gonna hit enter and let's see if that command is working or not. And here you can see guys, that command is working completely fine. Now I'm gonna select that text and click on copy, and I will paste that text here in the encrypted password. make sure it should be on the similar line. Is here, which means my whole text and pi is on the same line and it is indicating line number 1. I'm gonna save this file. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out my SD card and plug it into my Raspberry Pi, and I will power the Raspberry Pi using the USB cable, and I will also connect a Ethernet cable into my Raspberry Pi 5 so that my Raspberry Pi and my Windows PC are on the same network. Now the Raspberry Pi must have boot up. Now let's try to find out the IP address of a Raspberry Pi so that we can do the SSH into a Raspberry Pi 5. So for finding the IP address of Raspberry Pi, I am making the use of Angry IP Scanner. I will leave the link of this scanner in the description area so that you can click on that link and download the software. I have already installed the Angry IP Scanner, so I'm gonna click on Start to search the IP address of my Raspberry Pi. Now let me just click on Start, click on Close and click on Ping, sort by ping, and here you can see guys, my Raspberry Pi is there and the IP address of that Raspberry Pi is 192.168.31.41. Now I will download a software called Putty. I have already downloaded it. I will give the link of that software in the description area so that you can download it. I'm gonna type in the IP address, and the IP address of my Raspberry Pi was 192.168.31.41. Port will be default 22. I'm gonna click on Open, click on Accept. Now I will log in as the Pi user and I have entered a password called unbreakable. You can enter your password, and here you can see I am able to log in into my Raspberry Pi. Now we need to do enable the VNC server into a Raspberry Pi so that we can take the GUI of Raspberry Pi onto our Windows system. For that, I will type in a command called sudo raspbiconfig, click on interface options, click on VNC. Now here it is asking, would you like to enable the VNC server? I will select yes with the arrow keys and hit enter. Now the VNC server should have been started. Now what I will do is I will try to do the VNC into my Raspberry Pi. Click on OK. Use the tab key to go to the finish. Now let me just download a software called VNC Viewer. I have already downloaded that software. I will leave the link of that software in the description area so that you can download it. Type in the IP address of my Raspberry Pi again, and that was 192.168.31.41. Hit enter, click on continue, and the username was Pi and the password that we have set in that encrypted file was unbreakable. Click on remember password, click on OK. And here you can see guys, I can log in into my Raspberry Pi 5 using the VNC viewer as well. Now let me show you what else you can do in order to customize your VNC server experience. First hover over here and click on this full screen, and then go to the settings and then go to the options, and here the picture quality should be high. In scaling, just click on scale to fit window and click on OK. Now as you can see guys, the GUI is looking quite good. Now let's click on this and we can set the Wi-Fi country over here. For me it is India. Click on OK. From here you can make the use of Bluetooth, and if you want to connect to the Wi-Fi, then you can click here to connect to the Wi-Fi. And here we have all the options that are available in Raspberry Pi. We have programming, Office, and under Office we have LibreOffice pre-installed in it. Under Internet we get the Chromium browser by default. And here we also have the VNC viewer, which means if you want to do VNC in any of the device from your Raspberry Pi, then you can do it using the VNC viewer. And under the accessories we still have some cool accessories over here. Now if you want to change the appearance settings, then you can go to the preferences and click on appearance settings. You can change the wallpaper from here. Here we have clouds, so I'm gonna click on open. That's how you can change the wallpaper over here. You can also change the size and position and color of your taskbar. I'm just showing you those options so that you are aware. So this was a quick video to tell you how you can set up your Raspberry Pi 5. I hope you guys liked this video. If you guys liked this video, then give it a big thumbs up. If you are new to this channel, then don't forget to subscribe for more upcoming videos on Raspberry Pi. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.